Athletic Conference basketball here on ESPN+. It's the final game of a three-game homestand for the ACU Wildcats. The first time this season they'll see the visitors of Southern Utah WAC basketball on a Saturday afternoon. Welcome to Moody Coliseum on the campus of Abilene Christian University. I'm Andy Penny. This is Zion Webb. For both of these teams, they start the second half of conference play. A tough loss for Southern Utah on Thursday versus California Baptist. And Zion, we saw an ACU team on Thursday maybe play their best game all year long.
Yeah, like you said, ACU coming off of that big win. They're pretty close in the conference standings, these two teams. And Southern Utah, they're on their three-game losing skid right now. They're trying to get out of that. This game should be contended with some fight, some grit. It should be a great one here.
Let's take a look at the updated standings. The Wildcats in the 6th place spot at 3 and 5. Southern Utah right behind at 2 and 7. Zion, we got a great look at some impact players today. The preseason All-WAC, Delaney Bellina for Southern Utah, and Emma Troxel coming off a career high on Thursday.
Yeah, and Andy, there's only a small list of players in the WAC that get my dog status, and Delaney Bellina is one of them. A part of that 2023 March Madness tournament run, the 5-year vet. Her presence is vital for this Trailblazers team. And on ACU's side, Emma Troxel. She's making her argument to be on that list as well. And yeah, I know Andy welcomed us into Moody Coliseum tonight. No shade to you, Andy. You must have not got the memo from Thursday's postgame. I changed the name to Troxel Weena. The way she shot with those big lights on her like she was playing the Bills up in here, Andy. For real, though, the three ball is going to be big in this game.
That career-high 19 that Emma had was part of a great shooting performance Thursday night. With more on that, we'll send it to the third member of our team. She's courtside. It's Daisy Stryan. Hey, Daisy.
Thanks, Andy. That's right. Emma Troxel had a crazy game, but altogether the Wildcats scored 19 threes in that game. The Wildcats on a three-shooting streak in this game. They shot 183 threes for 30%. This Southern Utah team, too, they're big on the threes. They've shot 123 threes for 27% this season. So three is going to definitely be a big factor in this matchup. You're going to want to keep an eye out for those. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Daisy. A shooting performance to remember for the Wildcats on Thursday night. The 16 three-pointers, a season high, 25 assists for this Wildcat team. Playing really good basketball on the floor, and they'll do it in pink uniforms today as we celebrate the Go Pink initiative here in February. It's Mays and Bull in the center circle. WAC basketball on a Saturday afternoon is underway as we take a look at our L&B Real Estate starting lineups. Go check out our starting lineups of Premier Commercial Real Estate, L&B Real Estate. Earl, Woodson, Davis, Mays, and Troxel, 6 games in a row. And just like on Thursday, Zion, it's Bree Davis getting to the rim with a left hand.
Yeah, that left step, it's just like memory, what we just saw on Thursday night, man. She's just such electric starting these games for the Wildcats.
Here's a look at Southern Utah. Lexi Bull gets the start this afternoon. It's her 10th start of the year. Gandy, Bellina, Bull, Johnston, and Urich. Almost had our first takeaway of the afternoon. It will stay with the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, but you like that intensity from the Wildcats moving around. It didn't go their way this time, but going forward in this game, it should be a good sighting.
Can the Wildcats that win on Thursday night, 84-66. Now back-to-back games that ACU has hit 84. Scoring is at a premium for Southern Utah, just 60 points a game on the year. They've only scored 60-plus 8 times all season long. We'll keep an eye on that 60-point number. I think that's a big one today. Obviously advantage Wildcats when you look at an ACU team averaging 72.5 versus Southern Utah right at 60.
Yeah, then something scary, 84 in their last 2 games, and that started with that 3 ball. So for them, it's gonna be a tell to see, like you said, that 60 points.
Mays, her first touch on the right block. She'll go to work and up and under. Ball's knocked out of her hands. Offensive rebound. Bella Earl will keep the possession alive. Davis going with the right hand this time. She'll get to the free throw line and shoot 2. Southern Utah on Thursday played host to California Baptist, a back-and-forth game all the way down to the very end. CBU the 3-point win. So the Thunderbirds at 2 and 7. As Davis at the line, the junior transfer from North Texas will make the first free throw. Davis coming off a 9-point game on Thursday. 9 points, 5 assists. First 4 for the point guard, first 4 for the home team. You'll see ACU put some pressure on today, more to burn some shot clock in the half court than try to force turnovers necessarily. The shot clock already under 15. Bull a touch on the right block. Mays will deflect it out of her hands. Part of the game plan today for Julie Goodenough and the Wildcats, 80 paint touches. Troxel a 3, no good, another offensive board. Mays goes to work on Bull. The up and under with the left hand.
Nice, and we talked about that footwork on Thursday. Meredith Mays just looks like she's playing salsa up in there.
9.5 a game, but it's up to over 13 in conference play. Look for Urick in the left corner, and Southern Utah on the board. That's going to be a key today for Southern Utah. How well can they shoot it? Urick just at 24%, but she's hit her 13th three of the year. Half-court man-to-man from the Thunderbirds. Anticipate seeing that majority of the day. Woodson a 3, left side, too strong. And cleared out by Gandy. And turnover back here to the Wildcats. There's a look at the head coach, Julie Goodenough, in her 13th season. Her 531st career victory on Thursday night. And you see her in the Go Pink uniform. She was excited about today. The first time in her 31-year career that she's purchased the pink jerseys to celebrate Go Pink here in February. The Wildcats looking good. Earl on the right block. Get it back out. Wildcats will work the perimeter. Troxel going downhill, fouled, more free throws. And here's a look at Tracy Mason in her 7th season with the Thunderbirds. Just the 3rd year in the WAC for Southern Utah. And all Coach Mason did in the first year was take the Thunderbirds to the Western Athletic Conference Championship and the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, and Southern Utah definitely believes that she's the one to get them out of this rut. That's why she's still here in the team. They just have full belief in their coach right now.
Troxel a 1-for-2 trip. Been tough this year for Southern Utah, and it's really been on the offensive end. Again, just over 60 points 8 times this year. They've only hit double-digit threes twice all year. Belina, the preseason all-conference. Her first look too strong. Julie Goodenough said we need 80 touches in the paint with the basketball today. We need to run and transition when we have opportunities to do so. Earl a 3, right side, it's up and good. The senior continues to play well, her 36th three of the year.
Yeah, deja vu for her, just continuing to shoot the 3-ball well. And she's just such a leader for this team. Once she gets going, everyone gets going.
Bella plays in her 111th game in a Wildcat uniform today. Turnover on the far sideline, it's back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, just an amazing effort by the Wildcats in her chest like it was bronchitis. Just seriously, I'm telling you, it's an amazing how you can turn the tails of the sea once you get in someone's face and you decide to be aggressive and in their face and make sure that they can't put up any good shots.
Entry pass this time stolen by Urick. Southern Utah not a team that turns over the opponent very often. Only forced 13.5 turnovers a game. Belina gets downhill and finishes at the rim.
Yeah, and that's what Southern Utah needs, her to be aggressive, but they got to get back in transition. Open shot for Earl right there.
Belina the leading scorer for the Thunderbirds at 10.5 a game. Johnston another look. Yeah, Belina the leading scorer. She leads the team in assists and steals. 5th-year grad transfer. Davis started hot. She'll leave this one short. Another opportunity, second chance after the offensive rebound. 3rd offensive rebound in the first 5 minutes. Shot clock at 7 for Troxel. Woodson a 3. The hot shooting we saw Thursday, a little slow to start here for ACU. Just 1 of 6 thus far from 3. 9 field goal attempts, 6 have been from 3.
Yeah, but one thing like Julie Goodenough preaches in them, they're going to continue shooting because that's the identity of this team.
Gandy going downhill, fouled by Davis. Will take us to our first timeout of the afternoon. ACU an early 5-point lead here at Abilene. Wildcats an early 5-point lead here at Moody Coliseum. Hey Zion, let's take a look at our Texas Ford dealers' keys to the game.
Yeah, and for Seattle U, they got to protect that basketball. The Thunderbirds, -4 turnover margin this year, while ACU is a +4. Second, limit the threes. ACU scored 48 out of their 84 points on Thursday with the 3. And then on ACU side, continue sharing the love. 4 Wildcats averaging double figures in the last 5 games. You've seen that success. And come on now, keep those threes flying, baby. And like I said, I mean by that, the 2 versus 3 is pretty simple. Math, like we said, shooting nearly 50% from 3 the other night. They got to keep it going.
Keys to the game are driven by your Greater Texas Ford dealers. Yeah, the 25 assists. Share the love, man. I love it. 25 assists, season high the other night. The stats, the offensive stats for the Wildcats were something impressive. The 16 threes, 25 assists, plus 16 in the rebound category on Thursday. Already plus 3 this afternoon here early. 3 of their 7 rebounds have been on the offensive end. A touch on the right block and a nice finish. That's Jaden Brown, the 6'1 senior, the transfer from Utah Valley.
It looks like Southern Utah offense is starting to get cooking here.
Zoe Jackson is in for the first time for ACU. She wears number 13. Woodson gets a step on Johnston and finishes at the rim.
Yeah, and you like to see that. You look at her and think she's just a three threat, but no, she goes under the basket and she scores them too.
The 6-foot sophomore, the transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne. 6.8 points a game, but over this last 5 games, she's up over 13 and a half. Another touch for Brown. She's fouled and free throws for Southern Utah. Another look at Woodson getting a chance to get downhill.
Yeah, that's just great footwork by her, being able to go in and drive and do something that they're not expecting.
Woodson a career high 2 games ago, 23 versus California Baptist. Here's a look at Jaden Brown, the transfer from Utah Valley, the 6'1 senior. That's 4 double-figure games on the year, but only 1 of those is in WAC play, a double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds versus UT Arlington. An 0 for 2 trip. Wildcats the early 5-point lead. Jackson a 3, left side. Comes in, gets her own rebound, blocked on the second chance opportunity. Brown, an immediate impact. Brown has been in the starting lineup, but not today as Bull got to start. But Brown, quality minutes here in the first quarter. Too strong by Gandy, a chance to run. Mays will work on Brown. Again, the up and under. Falls in the Moody Coliseum roll.
Yeah, again, when we talk about Meredith Mays, that post move, I'm telling you, once her back is to the basket, she's ready to grab the ball. Anything is possible for these Wildcats' offense.
Mays is on a hot shooting start here as of late. She's over 60% field goal percentage on the year. And we talk about the sharpshooters of the Wildcats. Here's a look at those numbers from Thursday night. 31 field goals, again 25 assists of those 31 field goals, and 16 of those were from deep.
Yeah, and the big thing is that most 3 since 2023, and you can see what that did for their offense. 84 points, that's huge for this team, and you don't often lose when you put up big numbers like that.
Second chance opportunity here for the Thunderbirds, the offensive rebound. Sierra Chambers is in for the first time. The freshman dribbles on the baseline. 3 on the shot clock. Brown goes to work again, left it short. It's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and that's just good effort by the Wildcats. Just everywhere the ball goes, about 3 of them is swarming whoever is touching it. So just amazing by them, and you look forward to seeing that from the Wildcats because Southern Utah, there's nothing you can really do about that.
Paula Piquet, Amy Flippin, a set of freshmen have checked in for the Wildcats. Courtney Doman is also in, a 5'10 freshman. She wears number 1 for Southern Utah. And Ashley Banks, the 6'5 junior, number 13, her first action today. Troxel deep three, missed the shot. Whistle on the floor. And I believe a foul on Banks. She and Flippin fighting for position for that rebound. We saw the depth of this ACU roster on Thursday. 9 players played the first half. All 9 had scored by halftime, including PK and offensive rebound. She had 5 the other night. Entry pass, Flippin, and Amy Flippin, the freshman, will finish.
Man, just what a dime, man. That was just an amazing pass, giving it to her big to put up those big numbers in the paint.
Flippin, the 6'4" freshman from Glen Rose. Right back, Banks on the other end, rolls out, and Flippin had the rebound, lost it. Stay here with the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, good defensive possession from the Wildcats, but they just couldn't hold on to the ball there. But look at it, Flippin just doing what she does best, under the basket, scoring big for the Wildcats.
Johnston, the grad student, will give to Belina, the other grad student. Both have been in the Southern Utah program all 5 years. Belina downhill, gets a step, draws the foul. Free throws for Delani Belina.
Yeah, and like we said, she's a big part of this team. Her driving in the paint is going to be important for this team to get into it offensively, get into their sets, be able to do what they want to do on the offensive end, and it kind of starts with her.
5'8" grad student Belina, her 5th season again at Southern Utah, 130 games played in that red and black uniform. Closing in on 1,500 points for her career. Entered today with 1422. I don't think she'll get there today. She'll get a little closer to 1,500, especially right there with a 2-for-2 trip. She's got 4. Seven-point lead. Davis is checked back in at the point guard spot. Earl one-on-one with Belina. We anticipate man-to-man majority of the day today for Southern Utah. It's Troxel downhill and a foul on Urich.
Yeah, there's a lot of fouls going on back and forth from both of these teams. It seems like both of them got some fight in there today. They're not trying to make any of these shots either way. It's super easy for any of these teams, making them prove it.
As Mays is back in for Julie Goodenough. Troxel now at the line. Again, the sophomore from Bushland, Texas, just outside of Amarillo. A career high Thursday, 19 points. 5 of 7 from 3 on Thursday.
Bushland, Texas. I've never heard of that.
Just outside Amarillo.
You know the population?
I don't. It's one less with Emma here in Abilene, I'll tell you that much. 2-for-2 trip, largest lead of the first quarter. Natalia Chavez checked in for Troxel after the free throw makes. Chavez, the transfer from New Mexico, wears number 2. Johnston right side, needs some help. Belina, step back 3. And points, we knew points would be at a premium. It's been 3.5 minutes for Southern Utah since their last field goal. Had a 10-second difference here, game clock, shot clock. Coach Goodenough wants to run the shot clock down. Davis goes to work on Belina. A lot of contact, no whistle. It's a turnover as Chambers has it. Still 10 seconds to work with. Chambers lost it, and now the Wildcats one final push. Earl, crossover to the left block. Shot, whistle, travel call before the shot. Shuffled the feet before the shot. They'll call a travel, and the two teams trade turnovers.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of traveling was going on, a lot of hands in the face, a whole lot of people on the floor. I don't know what's going on right now.
Belina from half court. It's off the front of the rim, and 10 minutes are in the books. Wildcats double up Southern Utah in the first 10. They've got a 9-point lead. 1 quarter in here at Abilene.
Welcome welcome back to Moody Coliseum. Score is 18-9, starting of the second quarter, and we're going to take a look at Meredith Mays. She's been a standout this season. The 6'2 sophomore out of Oklahoma had a double-double on Thursday against Utah Tech. She put up 14 points and 12 rebounds, and back in January against UT Arlington, she had 14 points again with 10 rebounds. Watch out, she might have some double-double trouble coming up for the Thunderbirds. Andy, over to you.
Yeah, Daisy, something impressive the last 5 games for Meredith. If you look over the course of the last 5, she's 37 of 50 from the field. That's 74% over the last 5 games. Yeah, Urick will get the bucket to start the second quarter, but Meredith has been something impressive the last 5.
Yeah, and like we talked about, she's kind of the beginning of the ACU Wildcats offense. That's what Coach Goodenough said. She said it starts with her because of the fact they like to shoot a lot of those threes. They have to play inside out, and for Meredith Mays, she's the big-time person for the Wildcats.
Belina, a steal and a layup, 4 consecutive to start the quarter. Southern Utah right back in it. Chavez, a 3 left side.
Man, what a spark off of the bench. She's just been amazing this year, giving the Wildcats that sense of energy they need once they're going on a little bit of an offensive rut.
Her 22nd 3 of the year. Been in a little bit of a shooting slump, has Chavez. Busted out of it on Thursday. As Urick, another jumper. And Ava Urick, who scored her career high last year versus ACU with 25. She likes playing the Wildcats. She's got 7 to lead the way. Again, we've talked about the struggles for Southern Utah all year. Coach Mason said this after Thursday. It's just, we got to come into practice, a little chip on our shoulder, ready to fight and compete. They've had a tough WAC schedule. They've played the top half of the conference. Still plenty of basketball to turn this thing around. 7 conference games left, but was disappointed in their effort on Thursday versus California Baptist.
Yeah,
Davis blocked here.
Especially since they put up the most offensive points they did all year. They're trying to keep that going, but it's just those little things adding up for them, and down the stretch they got to continue to have the same energy and effort as they do in the first half.
Chambers a foul here on Davis after the defensive rebound. Yeah, Southern Utah's schedule, first half of WAC, they've already played California Baptist twice. They've already played UT Arlington twice. They've already played Tarleton twice. They've already played Grand Canyon twice, but they have not played ACU. They have not played Utah Valley. They have not played Utah Tech. So very top-heavy schedule. Play everybody. Typically, you see everybody play each other once and then play each other again, but it's been very top-heavy for Southern Utah. Julie Goodenough wants a timeout after the turnover. Wildcats trying to get things going here in the second quarter. They've still got a 6-point lead. Julie Goodenough wanted a timeout. The turnover, it's been a nice start for Southern Utah here in the second quarter. They trailed by 9 after the first. They've already shaved it down to 6.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of bringing that energy like their head coach wanted them to, and they got to continue to do this to try to get back into this game. They got the Wildcats shooting only 12% from 3 right now, so continuing to let them do that, I'm telling you, the energy, it changes everything.
Ava Urick with 7 points, 2 buckets already here in the quarter. Belina has 6. So carrying the offensive load, 13 of the 15. Belina a touch, one-on-one with Davis. Urick will go to work on Troxel in the paint. Banks creates in a second opportunity, and Chambers a 3. Haven't seen many second chance opportunities for Southern Utah. They don't cash in. Wildcats leading the rebound category already, +6. Earl gets downhill, the jump stop, the shot rattles home. Just consistency, Bella Earl.
Yeah, what a veteran pull up by her. That was just a great shot that she put up there.
6th in the WAC and scoring at 14.4. Got an early 5 this afternoon. Johnston loses the handles into the hands of Woodson. Chance to run for ACU. And Earl will pull. 3 up and good. 5 quick points. Just when Southern Utah starts the second quarter well. ACU 5 out of the timeout. Their largest lead here in the first half. Johnston pass, deflected again, a chance to run. 3-on-3, Davis. Trail to Woodson, transition three, not there. Earl's got it, missed the shot. Whistle, and I believe a foul call here on Mays. And they'll call this one on Meredith. But again, Bella the three, her second triple this afternoon, just catching fire right side.
Yeah, for sure. She's getting hot right now, and that's something scary for this team. Once she gets going, especially shooting these threes, that's something that Southern Utah can have.
Bella scored her 1,000th point earlier this year. She will surpass 700 rebounds today. As a matter of fact, already 4 in the first half. That is rebounds 700. 1,000 points, 700 rebounds in her Wildcat career. Gandy right side, dribbles to the center of the floor. 5 on the clock. It's Doman down the baseline. Another deflection and another steal. A whistle and a jump ball called. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Boy, Aaron Woodson wanted a foul on Urick. Jump ball called. It'll stay with ACU nonetheless.
Yeah, but one thing I want to note, all these turnovers, they're starting to add up for Southern Utah. The ACU is starting to extend that lead once again, and it all starts with the energy. And I'm telling you, once things start going for the Wildcats, the confidence is the worst thing you want to see from them because the three ball just starts raining.
Coach Goodenough talked Thursday in her post-game press conference as Troxel gets the bounce and gets it up and good. Talked about the other day on the defensive end, we're so much better when we get hands in the passing lane. We're able to deflect passes that lead to steals, turnovers.
She talked about 12 inches. That's so much of shooting range, and it looks like the Wildcats just getting in their faces tonight.
Gandy three rolls out, offensive board, Doman and a putback.
And there you go, get that energy back on your side. Those second chance opportunities is gonna get you back into this game for Southern Utah.
Earl gets downhill again, has it knocked out of her hands. It will stay with the Wildcats. It's been Bella Earl. It's now Emma Troxel, her first three today.
Yeah, just like the other night, she's starting to get hot for the Wildcats, and then once you're hot, you just start getting lucky. The double bounces knocking in, man, that's just something you can't control.
Shot clock did not reset, just 8 on the clock for Davis. Woodson with a screen. Had to shoot in desperation. Whistle, though, a late foul call here. They'll call it on Bull. As Woodson tried to get downhill as the shot clock was running out. And Bull bails out the Wildcats with the foul.
Yeah, and if you're Southern Utah, that's something you just can't do. Bail out the Wildcats. It looked like their offense was just stagnant at that point. You can't do that when you're trying to get back into a game like this.
The officials are going to come together. Had a foul up the top of the key. I think the foul will stand. Foul on Chambers. Earl will get her first breather today. Yeah, foul at the top. I think the official on the baseline wanted to blow the whistle for another reason, but the officials come together and say, no, the foul was already called. So the foul on Chambers will stand. Carlota Gomez, the 5'11 junior, is in for the first time for ACU. She wears number 12. Bella will get her first breather of the afternoon. Mays double team, reach in on Belina. 14th foul of the quarter.
Yeah, and you like that aggressiveness by both of them, but seriously, they got to limit the fouls. You don't want to put the Wildcats in the bonus and then continue to screw yourself over by letting them get 3 points at the line.
It's Belina's first. Chambers the only player with 2 fouls. Woodson with a screen. Left that one short. See if Belina gets a touch on the offensive end. She will. 3, left side. Bull cleans it up, second chance. Another deflection, another steal. And deflected the other way. Here's a look again at players stepping up. 3 career highs over the course of the last 5 games, Troxel, Woodson, and Mays.
Yeah, and without their big 2 starters, they gotta be able to try to figure it out, and they're figuring it out. Some folks say they look a little better right now, and it looks like this second half of the WAC season is starting to try to get into them, and they're starting to get comfortable.
This one's strong by Doman. Yeah, this is the 6th game now. No Peyton Hull, who leads the WAC in scoring at 18.5 a game. Her 6th game to miss. Mia Rivers, the starting point guard, the grad transfer. Her 6th game to miss. Both were injured in that Grand Canyon game, January 16th. But the stats will show you that other players have stepped up well for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that shows so well just how well these girls bond. I mean, just losing 2 key players and being able to continue dominating on the offensive end, that's just something special. And Coach Goodenough is doing a great job putting these girls in positions to succeed.
Brown will foul Mays. It's the 15th foul of the quarter. I think the scouting report had Meredith Mays' name on it for both teams. Julie Goodenough says, getting Meredith some touches. And Tracy Mason said, don't allow Meredith touches.
Yeah, for sure. She's scary when she's in there dominating.
And the largest lead of the first half, it's swelled up to 14. Earl, a quick breather, right back in. Amy Flippin also back in.
Yeah, Coach Goodenough not playing no games, putting her star right back into this game. Just seeing her right now screaming electric. She's just such a leader for the Wildcats.
Southern Utah got within 6 early in the quarter. It's now swelled back to 14. Nice pass. Gandy, the nice pass, just couldn't finish Banks. It felt like this the other night to me, Zion. I felt like the game was good, and you look at the scoreboard, and ACU's up 15. Kind of the same feel today.
Yeah, for sure.
Southern Utah not playing bad, just not making shots.
Yeah, for Southern Utah, they got to continue to limit those turnovers. The Wildcats are just capitalizing every time they turn over the ball. You just can't do that in this game, and I think it starts with them just trying to move the ball up the floor too fast. They're getting too antsy. For the Wildcats, they're playing much of a smoother game and just making sure they get into their sets. Southern Utah right here, bringing the ball up slowly. This is going to be good for them.
They're at their best when they get into half-court set. Molina with the screen. Earl to clear. Chance to run. Methodical set here for the Wildcats. Flipping another touch. She calls for it. She'll go to work. Back out to Woodson through the hands. It's a turnover on the near sideline.
Yeah, and I know it ended up in a turnover, but what a pass by Big 41, just making sure she got it out to her shooter. I know she dropped the ball, but that's just a good look when the double team comes to pass it out and give it to your shooters.
Gandy skip pass. Urich, who had the hot hand, shuffled the feet this time. Turnover number 10 here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's starting to look like Southern Utah is just getting in their own heads. Those are things that you can control. You being able to protect the ball, you not traveling. Those are things in your control, and you can't continue to keep giving the Wildcats the ball.
It's a scoring drought now of over 3 minutes for the Thunderbirds. ACU without a field goal, though, in 3.5. They've been to the free throw line, but no field goals. Troxel will try to change it. Banks gets the block, but a whistle and a foul call. Back to the line go the Wildcats. ACU much more aggressive, and the pace of the game dictates it today, but only had 9 free throw attempts Thursday. This will be free throw attempts 9 and 10 here in the first half.
And that kind of starts a little bit with Southern Utah. They're trying to bring that energy, and sometimes when you do that, you get a little bit of chippy and grab a couple arms and stuff like that. They just got to be able to bring the energy, but be smooth with it. Try to not foul as much as they're doing right now.
1-for-2 trip this time. So the lead's up to 15. Gandy left side, gets into the paint, gets to the glass and finishes. Sydney Gandy, the 5'5" grad, the transfer from Loyola Marymount.
Yeah, and for them, you see what happens when you protect the basketball. Just the things, like I said, you can control, they can score. This is a good offensive team. They can score when they get in their set.
Davis to answer, and she will. McGree's playing well. She's got 6 here in the first half. Under a minute we go before the halftime break. Belina from 8 feet. Belina's had some good looks, just has not finished. In transition, give and go to Woodson. Chavez the assist.
What a dime. Just a perfect pass for her to lay it up.
Quality minutes again coming off the bench today. Chavez almost the steal, she'll get it. Dribbled on the baseline, almost had the steal. We're seeing quality minutes again from the bench today. Chavez, Flippin have both played big when they've been on the court.
Yeah, for sure, because they're bringing that energy. Like I said, I sound like a broken record, but seriously, if you want to get back in this game for Southern Utah, you have to bring it because the Wildcats are not letting up no matter who it is coming off of the bench.
The shot clock reset. They thought Chavez had possession of it. The officials say no, she never had complete possession, so the shot clock reset back down to 17. About a 7-second difference here, game clock, shot clock. Belina with 5 on the clock. Johnston, a desperation 3, has it knocked out of her hands. Chance to run, Wildcats have numbers. Earl with the left hand, what an exclamation point to a first half. The Wildcats doubled up Southern Utah in the first quarter, 18-9. They double them up in the second quarter, 20-10, and at the halftime break, it's Wildcats 38, Southern Utah 19. ACU shoots 44% in the first half. Yeah. Julie Goodenough is courtside with Daisy Strine. Daisy, it's all yours.
Hey, Coach, we're both in our pink. I love it today. What are your thoughts on the lead? You've been leading the whole game. What have you seen from your girls in the first half?
One thing I know about our WAC opponents is no lead at halftime is big enough, and so we won't really talk about the lead. We'll just talk about shoring up some things offensively. We started the second quarter with some really careless turnovers. You know, as long as we're sharing the basketball and reading the defense, we're getting some pretty good looks.
Do you think some momentum from Thursday's game has played into this game as well?
I think so. I mean, you know, we had lost 3 in a row, and to get a good win, that gave us some confidence for sure.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, good luck. Thank you. Guys, back over to you.
Hey, thanks, Daisy. 38-19 at the half. Wildcats have the lead. Roman Raffelli, Hayden DeLand. They'll be upstairs with your halftime report. WAC basketball on ESPN+.
Abilene, Texas, Abilene Christian University campus right there. A beautiful sunny day in February and a great day for some basketball inside or out. Welcome into Moody Coliseum. Roman Raffelli joined by Hayden DeLand. Hayden, a really low-scoring first half. What did you see from both teams?
I mean, it was really just the defensive battle. We saw ACU, they forced 10 turnovers, and we had 10 points off those turnovers, along with 21 total rebounds, including 13 defensive rebounds. Just defensive battle out there, holding until only 19 points. They look to just continue that in the second half.
Right, and Bella Earl been a huge piece for ACU's success, going into halftime with 8 points in that last second bucket right before the buzzer. What have you seen from her tonight?
She's just been doing this all season. She came in, the Wildcats' leading scorer. She continued that tonight, just getting buckets, just continuing that.
Yeah, and looking at the stats right here, Wildcats doubling Southern Utah in that second quarter after already having a very good lead. They doubled them in both quarters, as a matter of fact. Talk to me a little bit about what you're seeing right here.
I mean, Meredith May, she's leading rebounder for the Wildcats, 5 rebounds, on her way to a double-double, it looks like, potentially. And then Southern Utah, those are 2 leading scorers, Ulrich and Belina, both of them leading scorers for Southern Utah. They've done what they needed to do. They've seen their team to step up and help them some.
Right, and we've seen Southern Utah have a very difficult schedule in this first half of WAC play, playing a lot of the top half teams, but they're doing things to hurt themselves here tonight. What do they need to do in the second half to get back in this game?
I mean, mainly the three-pointers. They're 1 for 12 from 3 right now. They need to start knocking on the threes. Along with free throws, they're only 2 for 4. They need to get to the line, get those at free points for those chances to get more points.
Right, and the Wildcats, a very good second half team, had a great game on Thursday. What do they need to improve on in this second half?
Just turnovers. They had 9 turnovers that first half. Just limit those. just continue knocking down threes. We saw them finish the game last game with a lot of threes. They continue that. Emma Troxel, her step up as well.
Yeah. All right, well, that will do it for us here at the desk. The Wildcats have scored 443 points in the third quarter, and they will look to have an excellent quarter like that. That's Hayden DeLand, Roman Orfelli, and we'll see you after the game.
Play Andy Penny alongside Zion Webb, and it's just a matter of shooting the basketball there in the first half. ACU shot it well.
Yeah, for sure. ACU doing just a great job in the first half, getting to their sets and doing what they've been doing the last couple of games and just shooting the three ball as good as well. And then on the side of Seattle U or Southern Utah, they got to get back into this game by, like I said, doing the little things. And all of them right now are not doing a great job of doing the little things.
Southern Utah head coach Tracy Mason is courtside with Daisy Strime. We'll get her thoughts on the first half. Daisy?
In that half. What are your thoughts on that? How do you look to improve in the next half?
Yeah, I mean, we need to take open threes. I think that's the problem. I think we're forcing some shots up. I think we're struggling with our pressure a little bit right now. We're not being aggressive. We're not getting each other good shots, and so we have to be better.
What's the main thing you told your girls in the locker room looking forward to this half?
Yeah, honestly, it's our competitive spirit right now. I don't think we're competing. We need to care a little bit more, come out a little bit fired up with a chip on our shoulder and compete.
All right, thank you so much, Coach, and good luck. Andy, back over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Daisy. Just a half where the basketball just didn't find the rim. It had some good looks there, didn't finish, and then the ACU defense as well had something to do with that 10 Southern Utah turnovers in the first half.
Yeah, for sure, and it sounds like she's just saying the same thing she said before this game. The quote that we showed up earlier, they got to do the little things. They got to continue to get nitty and gritty and bring that energy. It's the same repetitive cycle for them right now.
As you can see, the first half stats, again, the 19-point lead. ACU started to get hot behind the three-point line there in the second quarter, 4 of 13 in the first half. 3 of those 4 makes came in quarter number 2, plus 6 in the rebound category. But again, for Southern Utah, just 1 of 12 from 3. They want to have an opportunity to get back in this thing. They're going to have to get hot in a hurry.
Yeah, they're going to have to shoot that 3-ball well. Like you said, 1 for 12 from 3. That's just not going to cut it, and you have to be able to get some better looks. So it looks like a lot of those 3 balls are just some forced shots that they don't have to take.
Bella Earl is in double figures for the Wildcats. That layup right before the halftime buzzer put Bella with 10. She leads all scores with those 10 points. 7 points for Emma Troxel, 6 apiece Meredith Mays and Bree Davis. 4 Erin Woodson, 3 for Natalia Chavez, 2 for Amy Flippin. Ava Urich had a nice second quarter. She leads Southern Utah with 7 in the first half. And Deilani Bellina has 6 here as we start the second half. Urich will get the first touch of the second half. They go right to their leading scorer, and she finishes at the rim.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Just give the ball to the hot hand, and then there you go. You score big, and this is how it goes. You got to get the first one, then the second one, then the third one, and you'll get back in this game.
Woodson a drive, blocked by Johnston. Look who it is, Bella Earl. Always seems to be at the right place, right time. She's got 12.
Yeah, you can't allow that when you're trying to get back into a game. Second chance points. Come on now, you got to do a little better than that.
8 second chance points on offensive rebound number 9. Urich another jumper left side.
Just buckets continue to feed her the ball. It looks like she heard what her coach said in that locker room. She's trying to come out and do something big for her team.
Her 11th double-figure game of the year, 4 of the last 5. Woodson right back on the other end.
Yeah, and you just can't let the Wildcats rim run the way that they are right now. They're just going up in the paint, not getting touched, just nothing going on, just going and doing whatever they want to do. Defensively, do better and give the ball to her right there.
Urich 2 for 2 here to start the half. She'll get the assist this time as Bellina finishes. Every possession has worked through Urich and Bellina here in the second half. And 3 trips, 3 offensive buckets. Earl back the other way, left this one short. Look at Erin Woodson here. She's good at the 3. She's good off the dribble, too.
Yeah, and like I said, this is scary. Once she gets in the paint and starts cooking, man, the whole game is unlocked because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to guard her.
There's Woodson, a sophomore, the transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne. As Urich goes back to work. First miss in the second half. Late whistle and a foul, and Urich will get to the line.
Yeah, and it looks like Southern Utah is making a conservative effort to go inside of the paint and try to get some points there. It looks like they're just dropping their shoulder, lowering their shoulder, and then putting up big buckets there.
Already 5 here in the second half with the free throw make. Again, a career high last year came against this Wildcat team, 25 in Cedar City. Double figures now, 4 of the last 5 games. Pace in this one has really settled into a half-court set. Haven't seen as much transition as I anticipated today. It's been a lot of half-court sets.
Yeah, for sure.
Woodson off the screen with Urick. Out to Davis. Scrapping for the basketball, whistle, and a jump ball. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
And the Wildcats just continuing to not let up after every missed shot, just attacking the ball no matter where it lands up. They're just going crazy right now.
Mays is on pace for a double-double. She keeps it up, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Troxel gets to the block, needs some help. There's still 12 on the clock for the Wildcats. Southern Utah, again, they've had a top-heavy schedule. They've already played Grand Canyon twice, Tarleton twice, UT Arlington twice, California Baptist twice. So Tracy Mason felt good about this second half of conference play, still with Seattle U and Utah Tech, ACU. ACU has answered the call thus far. Bree Davis, another layup. Davis up to 8. Urick goes back to work, left this one short. Second chance on the offensive rebound. Johnston's been quiet offensively. Pass to Urick, who hits a 3. And Ava Urick up to 16 that fast, trying to keep the Thunderbirds in it.
Yeah, she's hungry, not letting up. And for the Wildcats, you just got to keep laser focused on her because she's doing everything for Southern Utah right now.
Gets the deflection, Bull the steal, foul on the Wildcats. Ava Urick, 9 points already in the quarter.
Yeah, and just good job by her teammates finding her and being able to dish that perfect pass in motion, shooting it up, putting it up good. And you know, right now she's hot. If she touches the ball, it's going in.
Can't see any other offensive set. Urick's got to get a touch here. The closest Southern Utah's been in a while, back down to 14. ACU switched to a 2-3 zone this look. Johnston, a shot fake, extra pass, Molina. Mays will tap it out and collect. And Johnston will reach in. This is Johnston's first. Samantha's been quiet offensively, has not scored yet today, 0 for 3. Bull has not scored yet today. Inside to Earl with position. Height advantage and position on the inside, that's easy.
Yeah, they just got to be more disciplined with staying with their man. Right there, just an open outlet pass, and then she was able to go up and do whatever she wanted.
Johnston, too strong on the 3. And 1 and done. So ACU clears. Mays right side, skip pass to Chavez. Chavez works on Bull, the Tarleton transfer. And Urick the steal. Rare chance to run for the Thunderbirds. And into the corner, well strong, the 3 by Gandy. Now the Wildcats a chance to run. Chavez, blocked by Johnston. And after a hot start for both teams first few minutes, the defense is kicked in. With a steal for the Wildcats, turnover number 11. Johnston a little slow to get back defensively. Woodson a three, and Urick clears. Both teams are gassed, going up and down the floor. Haven't had a whistle in a while. Multiple substitutions ready to check in. So both teams are gassed here in the third quarter. Urick squares it up. Go ahead and shoot it. A little bit of a heat check, contested by Earl. Can't fault the shot. She's been the hot hand.
Yeah, seriously, she's the reason why they're getting right back into this game. And like Julie Goodenough said, no lead is too big in the WAC.
Earl a second chance, fouled by Johnston. The whistle will take us to a timeout. Bella Earl will be at the free throw line when we come back. It was 19 at the half. It's still 16 halfway through the third. And halfway through the third quarter, good family atmosphere here at Moody Coliseum today. The Wildcats taking care of business, putting on a good show here. Zion, 16-point lead halfway through quarter number 3.
Yeah, for sure. And Urick, she's just trying to get her team back into this right now.
Here's a look at the rest of the schedule this afternoon. Seattle U at UT Arlington, Utah Valley at Tarleton. That's a big one today in Stephenville. Cal Baptist will get their shot at Grand Canyon in the 19-game winning streak. Utah Tech has the day off.
We're all rooting for Cal Baptist to be the giant slayer of Grand Canyon right now, and they're just super hot.
GCU, the second longest winning streak in the country.
Wow.
UCLA, the #1 team in the country, the only undefeated team left in the country. The only winning streak longer than Grand Canyon. A 2-for-2 trip for Earl on the other end. Another turnover here for Southern Utah, 3-second violation. And just when Tracy Mason and the Thunderbirds, good start to the quarters. Urick's been hot, but just can't string it together. I think that's been just the story of the 24-25 season for Southern Utah. And we were talking, Zion, they've got plenty of experience. When you look at Belina, who's in her 5th year, Johnston in her 5th year. As Earl another three, top of the key, the lead swells to 21.
Yeah, they got to stop Bella Earl, now leading the team in points and rebounds. She's bringing everything for the Wildcats. They got to stop her.
Doman loses the ball. It's kicked out of bounds. Stay with the Thunderbirds as Doman has checked back in. Charlie K, number 5, is also in. Here's a look at Bella again. She has become very comfortable with that. Just step up, step back, squared up, shoot it.
Yeah, for sure. Bella Earl is getting way confident from 3, and the WAC doesn't want to see that coming.
She's up to 19. Paula Piquet, Zoe Jackson at the guard spot. 3 other side, no good. Back in is Brown, an offensive rebound and a putback. Jaden Brown's got 4. The transfer from Utah Valley. Piquet left side, works with Mays with good position. One-on-one with Brown. And tapped out far side. It will stay with the Wildcats. It's only the 4th field goal attempt for Meredith today. She's been up around 9, 10, 11 field goal attempts a game. This one hasn't quite dictated as many touches. Jackson, pass stolen by Doman. She'll go one-on-one with Jackson and draws the foul. Free throws for Courtney Doman.
There you go. Just a great job by her being able to run the floor, try to put up a shot. She gets fouled, and now, like we said, it's the little things. You got to do what's in your control, and it starts right here with hitting both of these free throws.
Doan, the freshman, Crane, Oregon. Won 100 games in her high school career, only lost 3. It's a pretty good percentage. Two-for-two trip. 17-point spread for the Wildcats. ACU trying to finish out the week 2-0. The win versus Utah Tech on Thursday. Foul down on the inside. Doman and Troxel fighting on the block. They'll call Doman on the foul. And this is a stretch for ACU when you look at their schedule. Of course, Utah Tech on Thursday, Southern Utah today. They turn right back around and play those two teams with Seattle U over the course of the next three. ACU in the 6th place spot. Those are the 3 teams below them in the standings. As Mays with the left hand will finish.
And for the Wildcats right now, they're doing a great job of getting back and turning their season around. And you look at it, most of the major statistical stats in the WAC, they're in the top 3. And it doesn't show because of the way they started the season. But right now, they're starting to do a great job of getting back into things and look forward to them being a great team going down the stretch.
And now Mays a steal to the trailer. Troxer missed the shot. Mays had it back. They'll call a foul on Southern Utah. Here's Mays' finish on the possession before.
Yeah, and like you said, she hasn't had a lot of points in this game, but it's all the other things she's doing down in the block, having the rebounds and making sure the Seattle or Southern Utah feels her presence.
Substitutions here, flipping as checked back in. Earl gets downhill, beats Belina. Up and under, give her 21. That's the spread now too at 55-34.
Yeah, she's just flowing right now.
Mismatch challenge for Southern Utah in the defensive end. And this 2-3 zone has given Southern Utah all sorts of trouble. Earl in transition this time. As we go under a minute in the 3rd quarter. Davis will drive strong and the foul on Belina. That's multiple possessions in a row here where ACU has challenged Belina defensively. Bella Earl's had success. This time Davis will get to the free throw line.
Yeah, for sure, but something I like to talk about on that set, flipping out on the 3-point line, that's not going to do anything for the Wildcats. She has to get in the block and do what Meredith Mays was doing just a couple seconds ago. 2 bigs on the floor right now.
Oh, quick breather for Meredith, right back in. Davis makes the first. Bree's been in double figures 3 times this year. A free throw here would make it number 4. And she's got it. She's the 2nd Wildcat in double figures. Earl with 21, Davis now with 10. Mays knocking on the door with 8. Troxel 7. Belina an offensive rebound. And Brown on the other side. Foul on the Wildcats. Only 4th team foul, so no free throws yet.
Yeah, but just for Brown, way to fight for that. Wildcats are not making anything easy for them right now, but she's not giving up, and she's putting her team in a position to win.
Banks is back in. Brown a breather. Again, that 2-3 zone has just created all sorts of havoc. Southern Utah just won for their last 8 since the change to the 2-3 zone. Belina will penetrate, pass deflected and stolen. Mays has it, Banks a foul, will walk the floor, shoot free throws.
Yeah, and something you talked about that zone, the thing you have to do in the zone is pass the ball well. You have to be able to drive inside, penetrate inside, and pass the ball back out when you don't get those looks inside. And they're just doing they're having struggles right now passing the ball to their teammates.
So Meredith Mays at the line in the bonus. She's got 1 out of 2 and 9 points on the afternoon. So ACU closes in on that 60-point mark. We thought 60 would be a critical number as Southern Utah's only scored above 60 8 times all year. Wildcats might get there by the end of the 3rd. Chambers with the dribble, 12 on the shot clock. Chambers into the paint. And a whistle and a foul, and Chambers to the line. catch flipping. That's a tough call. Amy's just there with her hands up. Tough call.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Southern Utah, they need this right here. They're starting to run out of time, man. 24 points down right now. The clock is against them for sure.
Chambers, the 5'8" freshman, one of 6 freshmen on the roster. 1 for 2. 8.5 seconds to work with for the Wildcats. Final trip of the third quarter. PK to the baseline. A spin and a left-handed flip. Flipping the board. Time runs out. The shot missed nonetheless. Wildcats in control of this one. They're up by 23, 3 quarters down. We'll put 10 minutes on the clock and wrap it up in Abilene. Start of the fourth quarter, a 23-point Wildcat lead. They've been in control majority of the afternoon today, led by 9 at the end of the first, and led by 19 at half. They currently lead by 23. Andy Penny, Zion Webb, glad you're with us today. WAC basketball on ESPN+. Nice catch for Banks and a nice start to this fourth quarter for Southern Utah. It's just been struggling to score the basketball, but they get a nice start here.
Yeah, a lot of consistency has been the problem for Southern Utah. They got to continue to string these things together and not just go one by one.
As Woodson gets a step. Aaron finishes at the rim. She's got 8. Earl with 21, Davis with 10, Mays with 9, Woodson now with 8, Troxel with 7. Urick leads the way with 16 for Southern Utah. Fire 3 here, gets the roll and rattles in. Make that 19 for Ava Urick.
Yeah, and she's definitely not ready to go home yet. She's trying to keep her team back in this game.
The only Thunderbird thus far in double figures. Earl goes back to work. Earl likes the mismatch in the man-to-man, taking Belina down to the right block.
Yeah, and Earl just stepping on every bit of momentum this team gets.
She's up to 23, 3 shy of a career high. Now a steal, defense to offense. Woodson with the left hand. Zion, I think a number we need to watch now is, can ACU get to 84 3 games in a row? They've done it each of the last 2.
Yeah, that'd be something special.
84 versus California Baptist, 84 Thursday versus Utah Tech. Banks back in the paint. Mays another rebound. 9 points now, 9 rebounds for Meredith. And Davis goes downhill. Bree Davis with the left hand is something pretty. She likes driving left. I think it catches defenders off guard because she's right-hand dominant but loves to finish with the left hand.
Yeah, just such a great skill, and she started both of the last 2 games doing that.
Defense will lead to offense again. The lead is swelled to 26. Mays gets the finish on the pick and roll. It's a Tracy Mason timeout, and this thing getting out of control in a hurry. The pick and roll, Earl to Mays. Meredith into double figures. Bree Davis at the rim too. 28-point lead.
For 100 years, Hendrick Health has been the regional leader in healthcare, combining medicine, ministry, and research, providing high-quality healthcare for every patient in West Central Texas, expressing our mission through service consistent with the healing ministry of Jesus Christ, advancing medicine and healthcare through clinical research. In 1924, Hendrick Health was founded by pioneering West Texans who believed in caring for each other. That legacy lives on today, together for better health.
After 23 seasons as a professional playing and working in baseball, leadership in sports are things I deal with every day. I feel like I have my master's in baseball field experience, but I wanted the formal degree to go along with it. I needed something flexible with my schedule, and I wanted a school that shared my faith and values. That's why ACU's Master's in Sports Leadership was the right fit for me.
Pursue your undergraduate or graduate degree online at Abilene Christian University.
68-40, it's an 8-0 run for the Wildcats. And with the Meredith Mays layup on the last trip, 4 now in double figures. Mays 11, Woodson 10. They've added the scoring party. And Zion, this thing just got out of control in a hurry. AC has just been dominant.
Yeah, seriously, just a lot of Wildcats in double figures doing things that are good for their teams.
Johnston still cold, still has not found the bottom of the net, 0 for 5. Second chance for Southern Utah. ACU's gone over 50% field goal percentage now. Another 3 misses, had a chance for a rebound. Olivia Malafu is in for the first time, 6-foot freshman from Hawaii. Where's number 35, her first action today. Davis downhill again with the left hand. Deflected and blocked by Gandy. And Malafu ahead of the defense in transition will finish. A little spark there for the 6-foot freshman. She's got her first 2 today.
Hawaii to Utah. That's a big change.
It's been a good find, looks like. Gets a defensive rebound. I'm impressed, by the way, how coaches find players. And when you look at rosters, especially now with the transfer portal, you're not just looking at the high school list, you're looking at collegiate athletes who are willing, really, Zion, to travel all over the country for the opportunity to play. International flavor for both teams. I mean, it's impressive how teams come together and find themselves in specific programs or cities, universities. It's impressive how all that comes together.
Yeah, for sure. We talked to Julie Goodenough a couple days ago, and she said she was recruiting this week, something special. Look forward to the next season for the Wildcats.
There's a 3 right side, back iron, no good. Gandy, a second look. She likes the wing better than the corner. She'll hit the second shot. Davis continues to run the point. Flippin will get some work down on the right block. Off the glass, a little too strong. And up the floor, Gandy again. Davis strips it out of her hands. And Woodson ahead of the defense, one-on-one with Urick. Urick able to knock it away. Now, Coach Goodenough last week with the Open Saturday, traveled out to South Carolina. Saw a few of her signees for next year. Recruiting never stops. You'll come to a practice on a Monday or Tuesday, and maybe 2 of the coaches are here, maybe 3, but the other ones are out on the road looking for who can be here next. Woodson gets to the paint. Spin. Flipping an offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. And they'll call a travel on Davis. Wildcats will wrap up this 3-game homestand today. They'll have one more homestand for the rest of the season. We'll tell you about that after the under 5 timeout. ACU in control. They're up 23 with 4:45 left. .45 left. ACU a 23-point lead. Zion, they've been in control. They took a double-digit lead with 6:45 left in the second quarter. We've been a double-digit spread ever since. More than 22 minutes of action now. ACU's been in control.
Yeah, it looks like the Wildcats are just getting whatever they want. 4 of them in double figures right now. They're having a good offensive stretch right now in the last few games.
Shooting 47% today, 25 of 53. It's been a drastically different feel, though, from Thursday. That's what's funny. ACU with 16 threes on Thursday, only 5 threes tonight, but 40 points in the paint here today for ACU.
Yeah, and that's kind of just the hand that Southern Utah dealt them. I mean, just playing a lot of man, what can you do about that besides driving to the paint and try to get your buckets up? So they're doing a good job at adjusting and still finding a way to win.
Ball deflected into the hands of Malafu. Southern Utah will continue their season on the road. This is the first of a 3-game road trip. They're on the road both Thursday and Saturday next week. Short road trips, though, Utah Tech and Utah Valley. Johnston drives baseline, extra pass to Urick. And Ava's hot afternoon continues.
Yeah, and that's going to be big for this team down the stretch. I mean, the time right now is they ran out of a little bit of time today, but just going forward, moving into the second half of their WAC schedule, they're going to need her big.
The Urick 3 gives her 22. A foul on the inside is flipping an offensive rebound. Wildcats will go on the road after this 3-game homestand at Seattle U. It's the only game this next week, Thursday at Seattle U. They get next weekend off. And then the next week back at Southern Utah. Just 11 days between the game here in Abilene and the game in Cedar City, February 8th to February 19th. They'll be in Cedar City, a Wednesday game. So here's a 3, Woodson in the right corner. Her first triple today, she's got 13.
Yeah, and that's scary. The fact that she only has 1 3 and 13 points, all that coming from under the basket, that just transforms this offense for the Wildcats.
Of course, the progress of Peyton Hull continues. Anticipation of her being in the lineup prior to the end of the season. Do not think it's a season-ending injury that she's dealing with. So progress continues in that area. And I think, Zion, this is a team that's gotten better over the course of the last 3 weeks. You don't want to lose your leading scorer in the WAC. However, it's allowed opportunities for extra playing time for the rest. We've seen in the stats how they've responded. Imagine this team now as they grow, adding the leading scorer in the WAC back into the rotation. It'll be something special in March.
Yeah, and that means nothing in March can go against them because they're battle tested right now, and anything that comes at them later on, they're going to respond, man.
And right on cue, there's Zoe Jackson. Point well made. Thank you, Zoe. 3 on the left side. Zoe's taking some of the minutes of Mia Rivers, the point guard. She and Bree Davis split those minutes. Jackson the 3. This will be the 15th win for ACU. That will top last year. Flipping the block. Last year the Wildcats won 14 games. Today marks win number 15. And every year the Wildcats have been 500 in the WAC. 10-10, 9-9, 9-9. This year with 16 games, so 8 would be that number, but trending in the right direction. So win today will get them to 4-5 in conference. Gomez the steal. Instant impact as she and PK and Chavez back in. I think the day's done for Woodson and Earl and Troxel and Mays and Davis. All 5 of the starters have made their way to the bench. Under 2 minutes we go. A wire-to-wire victory today for the Wildcats. 3-second violation.
3-second violation called on the Wildcats.
Brianna Davis, a layup with 19 seconds deep today. ACU has led throughout.
Yeah, and that's just for ACU keeping their foot on the gas. They're just trying to continue to live through this hot streak that they're on right now. And like we said earlier, being battle tested now, I'm telling you, man, they're just ready for whatever comes their way coming into this second half of the WAC schedule. And you talked about 8 is the magic number. I can guarantee you right now they're going to get to that point because they're playing like they haven't all year.
Entry pass stolen. Stoneman had the layup on the last possession, gets it here. Uric a reverse. Give her 24 now. Wildcats again on the road for 3. Only one more homestand for ACU. Thursday the 27th, Saturday March the 1st. The final Thursday, Saturday homestand. So 7 games left on the schedule. 5 of the 7 are on the road. Wow. They'll be battle tested when they get ready for WAC Vegas, second week of March. Gomez with the left hand. Flipping an offensive rebound. And out on the far side. One more push here for Southern Utah. Denver Anderson, a freshman, has checked in. She wears number 32. She has the ball on the right side. What are your takeaways today? What are your positives for the Wildcats today?
Positives for the Wildcats, they're still winning despite not shooting the 3 as well as they've been. And a lot of people were concerned that the 3 ball was some type of a hot streak. And tonight you can see that they're still winning. They're still dominating a big lead here tonight. And also, too, defensively just making sure that no shot was safe or easy for Southern Utah. They're just doing their thing.
Wildcats will dribble it out. Again, a wire-to-wire victory today. They took a double-digit lead with 6:45 left in the second. They led by double digits the rest of the way. Leads to our final score today. Your final score, ACU 74, Southern Utah 52. The Wildcats move to 15-9. They're 4-5 in the WAC. Southern Utah falls to 4-19, now 2-8 in Western Athletic Conference play. 4 in double figures for ACU, 23 for Bella Earl, 13 for Aaron Woodson, 12 for Brianna Davis, 11 for Meredith Mays. 1 rebound shy of a double-double, 11 points. And 9 rebounds. Ava Uric with 24 for Southern Utah. The only Thunderbird in double figures. 8 for Delani Belina and 6 for Courtney Doman this afternoon. But
yeah, and Bella Earl just doing some special things for her team. Like you said, the big 23, but it's also the things that you don't see on the stat sheet. Her voice is so important for this team, and the little things she does, bringing the energy for her team, for the Wildcats. There's something special about what she brings to this team.
The senior with 23 points today. It puts her over 1,100 now in her career. She was 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, and had 9 rebounds as well. 23 points, 9 rebounds, and again over 1,100 points now in her career. The senior, Bella Earl. She is courtside with Daisy Strine. Daisy, take it away.
Hey, Bella, you had 23 today. What was your mindset going into today's pink out?
I just wanted to remain confident in myself, confident in my team. We just were feeding the ball well to each other, cutting. Woo! And yeah, I just wanted to play hard. My grandma Jackie was here from New Jersey, and she's a breast cancer survivor, so I just want to go out and play my hardest for her. And so yeah, that's what I did.
That's great. What a great win. Congratulations, Bella. And now, guys, we'll send it back up to you at the desk. Thanks, Bella.
Thank you, Daisy, and thank you, Bella. What a great game. Hayden, Wildcats end up running away from it in the second half. What'd you see?
Honestly, just a team effort from the Wildcats, 4 to 5 tries in double digits. Bella, 23 points. She's been on a roll, 18 and 17 last 2 games. She continued to show tonight that she is the most valuable player for the Wildcats.
For sure, and let's take a look at the stats on this one. It was a lot about the turnovers, but for Southern Utah, they just couldn't get a good scoring threat going. What did you see from them?
I mean, Ava Ulrich, she had 24 points, but honestly, she only won double figures for the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. Just honestly wasn't enough for the team. She needs her team to step up next time.
Yeah, and that'll do it for us at the desk. The Wildcats get a big win in Moody Coliseum. Hayden DeLand making his ACUTV debut, and we'll send you back down to Andy and Zion. Gentlemen, take it away.
Roman Hayden, great job upstairs, great job all the way around. 74-52, the Wildcats get the win today. This has been a presentation of the Western Athletic Conference on ESPN. All games are airing live. They're archived on the ESPN app. For the entire team, Zion Webb, Daisy Stride, Robin Raffelli, Hayden DeLand, and the entire team led by Hutton Harris. I'm Andy Penny. Take care. Have a great day from Abilene.